If you are like me and only have a few good wild game recipes, this show is for you. You won't believe how great you can cook wild game. Hi, I'm Rich from the Wild Things Show, Cooking Wild Game. And with me is Lawrence from the Mountain Man Gourmet.
All right, howdy folks, glad to see you here.
And he's going to do a specialty for us. This is a Southwest recipe. I got some wild boar chops. So this is going to be the Mountain Man Gourmet's cumin red chili boar chops. And you can go online to get his spices, and while you're online, you can watch the rest of our cook shows.
So. All right, yep, he's got over 100 of them, so go watch them all.
All right, so what do we have here? Besides the chops, we're going to do a side dish. What kind of side dish do we have?
Okay, so yeah, here's what we're going to do. We've got our beautiful, beautiful chops right here, and look how lean they are. They're butterflied, and they're just ready to have some nice flavor added to them. And we're going to be using our cumin red chili dry rub.
Okay.
And this can be used if you want to. You can put it on overnight, or you can put it on 30 minutes ahead of time. You can put it on right as you're about to cook. It doesn't really matter.
So this is the package as it comes in. This is packaged for mail order, correct?
Yes, this is the package it comes in, and this one package right here will season about 8 to 10 pounds of meat.
Wow.
Yeah. Now, as we're going to have two side dishes also, as you just mentioned. One of them is we're going to have some yams. Yummy. And one of the things that I learned to make was sweet potatoes with cinnamon flavoring, and it just, oh man, it really, really is great. And we're going to roast these in the oven. Really easy way to cook them, so I'm going to show you that in just a minute. Then on the side, we're going to have a nice little sauteed vegetable medley. We have some zucchini squash here. We have some yellow squash, or some people call it crookneck squash. And then we have some red bell pepper and some orange bell pepper, and these are sweet peppers, okay? So and also combine that with a little bit of shallots and a little tiny bit of garlic, and saute those up in some olive oil, and that'll be really good. So what we're going to do is just let those sit here for just a couple of minutes. And remember, this is really, really lean meat, so we're going to cook it just very quickly, but also not overcook it. Now what I'm going to do here is put these in the oven, which I've preheated to 350 degrees. And you might be asking, well, wait a minute, Lawrence, where's the yams? Right? Well, they're not on there yet, and there's a reason. So what the reason is, I'm letting the butter melt and spread all over the pan. That way I'm going to put the yams in there, and they'll all have a nice even coating of the butter and the oil. Alrighty, so we've got our wild boar here, and we've got it all plated up, and we're going to ask Rich to come back in and see what he thinks. So come on over, Rich.
This is going to be wonderful.
All right.
So now this is red chili boar chops.
Yep, it's with the Mountain Man Gourmet cumin red chili dry rub. That's how we seasoned it. So let's see how that worked out. Oh wow, that's a good sign.
Very nice Southwest recipe. It's almost worth moving out here.
Oh yeah.
Now we have some big veggies here.
Big crunchy pieces, so kind of al dente where you can actually bite into it. See, like that, and you know you're eating something substantial. So they're cooked, but they're not mushy. And you can taste the individual flavor of each piece that way.
So what seasoning do we have on the on the vegetable medley.
The veggies have no seasoning, actually. The veggies have so much flavor, and again, each one has a different type of flavor. So you have the sweetness from the orange and the red the orange and the red bell pepper. You have the crunchiness from the zucchini. The squash, it might look like similar to a zucchini, except it's yellow, but it'll be a little softer. And then it has a little tiny bit of shallots and garlic and salt, and that's it.
So it's almost naked vegetables.
Almost naked, yep.
And then the medallion is actually
it's a yam.
A yam.
And it's reminiscent. This isn't exactly how I had them, but it's kind of a recipe that I developed after several years of living in the deep south, and they have a nice cinnamon and butter flavoring. And they were roasted in the oven, and
it's almost as good as dessert. That's really nice. So I'm Rich from the Wild Things Show, Cooking Wild Game. This is Lawrence, from the Mountain Man Gourmet.
All right.
And we have red chili boar chops, almost naked vegetables, and sweet potatoes. Yams.
There we go.
What did it take? About 35 minutes, maybe, including chopping all the vegetables?
Yeah, probably 35, 40. Cooking yes, about 35, 40, I'd say.
So if you want to be the wild game cooking god for your community, pay attention to this recipe and some of the other ones that I have on the Wild Things Show. Check us out. My website's wildthingshow.com. Lawrence's is
mountainmangourmet.com.
Those Southwest recipes, and you can get them in the North. Enjoy.
All right.
You won't believe how great you can cook wild game by watching our professional chefs. For $6, get the best online wild game cooking show you will ever find. Now with 100+ episodes. www.vimeo.com/on-demand/cookingwildgame.
This is Rich McNutt. Enjoy.